But I guess really, like I want to say that what I really want to do is nothing, right? I want to just stay at home, do nothing, do whatever I feel like doing that day. That's what I want to do. And I guess if you really want to break it down, I want what most people want, which is I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want lots of money, I want lots of hot chicks that want me and are around me. I want to drive a Lamborghini. I want to have tons of fans. I guess I want to be a rock star, right? Unfortunately, what I've come to realize, or what I know pretty sure for a fact, is that it'll give me happiness initially, but it's not going to make me happy long term. Happiness is from the inside. So if you got to go outside to find happiness, it's going to hurt because you're going to have to keep buying stuff, and then you're just going to run out of buying happy. Well, actually, that's not true. You can probably keep buying happiness until it. Actually, that's not true. You keep buying happiness until you run yourself into the ground. And I bring this up because I want to talk about it because I'm just have a very, I guess, authentic and genuine moment of sort of thinking about. I'm listening just right now. I'm listening to Tim Ferriss Podcast, right? And I'm hearing this talk about a story about Muhammad Ali, right? And I'll put a link in the description of the podcast. It's a very, very good episode, and the story is so captivating. And I'm thinking about, this is kind of what my thing I've been doing the past year is just really studying persuasion and studying people and just trying to understand kind of like why people are the way they are and why people buy stuff. And for myself, I'm trying to figure out like, why do I feel a certain way about certain people? I had this conversation on the phone. It's probably one of the most coolest things that have ever happened to me. Just sort of happened, just by happenstance, happened randomly. I got to talk to Elliot Hulse on the phone. We chatted for a little bit. It was freaking cool. I'm a fanboy, but I'm not the typical fanboy. I'm grown up. I'm married. I have kids, so it's not like a total infatuation. But I am a big fan because this is sort of how I really committed to doing YouTube videos. But I bring this up because I was having a conversation with him, and we were talking about. I was basically saying, you're very grounded. I think that's like one of the things that makes you unique. There's a little weirdness, but it's good though. The weirdness is good because it polarizes people. It basically brings people closer to you that want to know you more, and it repels people away that you don't want people to be around you anyway. I mean, the reality is not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to like you. And going off on a little tangent here, I'm thinking about like why Muhammad Ali, again, is because he was very grounded, And I think about other people who might be less grounded, but still very confident. They're not bad people by any means. I don't even know these people, honestly, But I mean, I just know them from what I listen to their content, like Tai Lopez, Lewis Howes, just other people that I follow, that I listen to, that sometimes, that I don't feel as affinity to, because for some reason. Again, I talk about Elliot so highly because I've been following for a while and I've just been drawn to him and his style and just the way he is. And whereas these other people I mentioned, like, Lewis Howes and Tai Lopez, I like their stuff, but it's not the same, right? And I'm really just thinking out loud. This is actually meant to be a journal entry, but I think I'm going to make it a video to be posted on my channel. And I bring this up because it's, again, like, for example, there's this one time that happened. I'm listening to, because I'm thinking of, they're talking about Muhammad Ali in the podcast, all over the place here. And then I'm thinking about Mike Tyson, what makes Mike Tyson so appealing. I mean, Mike Tyson it's pretty damn polarizing. Someone you love or you hate, right? I kind of like Mike Tyson. He's okay. There's nothing like that. But Mike Tyson is basically he had a tattoo on his face. There's all kinds of stories about him. He's made a crap load of mistakes. And it's interesting. He's just such a ferocious guy. But what makes him amazing, or what sort of draws people to him, is he's grounded. And again, I'm getting off tangent. I'm going like all over the place with this thing, but I'm just thinking about people who are very sure of themselves is just a way of saying that you're grounded. And I'm trying to put into words what it means to trust somebody, what it means to sense authenticity in a person. I think you can kind of feel that from me right now. It's just how it is as at this moment. I wish I could always be like this. It's not very easy. It's I think I've read in a book somewhere like Presence is the word. It's called Presence. It's a book by Amy Cuddy, and she has a very famous TED talk. It's actually one of a pretty life changing talk, and I'm just thinking like, wow, what is it about people that make people, how do you become charismatic? How do you get people to like you? How do you be? I mean, there are like formulas and techniques, but at the end of the day, your formulas and techniques, the science of it, has to somehow be integrated with you as a person. The same thing with me as a person, and sort of what I've learned with communicating with people higher than me, communicating with people at a higher level than me, people where I sort of want to be, and sort of like hanging out virtually through the internet or through email conversation or phone calls, is that you have to be comfortable in your own skin. And this reminds me of another book that I read. It's called Straight from the Gut by Jack Welch, CEO of General Electric, humongous company. And I listened to it, and I remember him saying that to be a good CEO, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. I remember hearing this. I listened to this maybe over 10 years ago, like 14 years ago, and I was just thinking, how do I do that? How do I get comfortable in my own skin? And I think that's really what we're all looking for. We're looking for a way to get comfortable in our own skin, and it is it's more difficult than you realize. That's not easy to do at all. And I just make this, I say this out loud, and it's kind of cool that, again, this is really what I want to do. I want to be able to make a video like this, where I'm myself, or this self, I should say. I know that sounds a little metaphysical, but anyways, this is sort of a journal entry vlog talking about, I guess the title of this video will be The Conversation. Oh, I got to talk with my hero. That's not right, no. I got to talk to a YouTube celebrity, something along those lines. I got to talk to my YouTube hero, my virtual mentor. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click like if you haven't already. Subscribe. Comment below, or at least tweet me or something if you are if you got to this end of the video, because I'm actually curious if you're one of those people that watch my videos through. There's probably going to be maybe half a dozen of you. But I'd like to know that. I say tweet me because sometimes when you hit the thumbs up button on the on Facebook, it's connected to your Twitter, and I'll get tweeted that you. Sometimes I do, but I'm just curious, Anyways, I know because some people don't like commenting on YouTube videos, and so Twitter might be better. Either way, if you're not on my email list and you want to get on my email list, there'll be a link in the description. You can click on that, get some free gifts from me, some fat loss products or whatever. But more importantly, get daily communication. I write a daily email and newsletter. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.